The featured.
The featured Top 7 Gaming News Headlines, Episode 1. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an emergency message.
Hello, and welcome to the featured Top 7 Gaming News Headlines, presented by your host, Fred.
What the? Why is Fred on TV? I didn't know Fred did the news.
That's right. I'm not just a transdimensional monster man. I'm also a gaming news anchor. Now for the headlines.
How do I change the channel?
You can't. Just be patient. This won't take long.
Fine.
Right.
Number 1. Epic Game Store not expected to return a profit until 2027.
The first headline comes to us courtesy of bittech.net. Whilst the idea that Epic is not only losing astronomical amounts of money in its ongoing battle against rival digital storefronts such as Steam, and with Apple highlighting in its recent court case that due to these subsequent losses, that EGS isn't expected to return to profitability until 2027, is almost laughable. Ha! However, it would appear as though Epic may be having the last laugh. As outlandish as spending as it has been doing, the Fortnite developer has been raking it in hand over fist, and with continued aggressive spending, Epic could quite easily force rival storefronts to follow suit.
Number 2. Broadband routers are at risk of being in short supply.
The second headline was provided by PCGamer.com. Given the circumstances regarding delays in the production line across pretty much every industry in the last year, this comes as little shock. With increased demand for high-speed internet connections, this will be an issue that is likely to become exacerbated before getting better.
Number 3. More than half of children want gaming on the school curriculum.
This story was posted by standard.co.uk. Do you hear that in the air, people? It's the revolution calling. The gaming evolution that is sweeping the world faster than Usain Bolt late for dinner. The time has come to finally acknowledge gaming as more than just a hobby, but a serious career path. Educational institutions should embrace this as the world turns to autonomous machines and AI to replace laborious tasks. People need to find more creative pursuits to make a living. And gaming, in all its aspects, from designing games to playing games, to the emerging market of trading in games with new systems like NFTs and cryptocurrency, is surely a worthwhile industry to focus on. Wake up! We are nearly halfway done, you lazy fudge nugget!
Huh?
Anyway, on with the news for anyone that still cares.
Number 4. Xbox Game Pass might be coming to Steam.
Credit for this headline goes to grecon.com. Microsoft is doing everything in its power to get you to play their games. And if that means cozying up with another game store, then that is what they will do. Whilst it remains a rumour at this point that Game Pass could be coming to Steam, given Phil Spencer's recent comments regarding the service and wanting to see it on as many platforms as possible, then it coming to Steam wouldn't be out of question. And given that Game Pass is effectively a marketing tool for Microsoft, it would be in their best interest.
Number 5. FBI arrests Texas man for attempting to blow up the internet with C4.
This one comes to us from PCGamer.com. This story reminds me of an episode of South Park, where the internet shuts down because someone unplugged it. As ridiculous as it may be that someone actually thought targeting an Amazon data center would take down the internet, I think a slightly more worrying part of the story is that the FBI agent who handled the case actually showed the conspiracists how to actually arm and detonate the C4.
Number 6. Xbox celebrates its Bethesda acquisition with Step Brothers homage.
Credit goes to GameSpot.com for this story. This one made a lot of sense both visually and metaphorically. As strange siblings brought together at last, Master Chief and Doom Guy never looked happier. This raises the question, though. How long until we see some sort of crossover between the two iconic mascots, and what may such a crossover look like?
My God, this is boring. Is there many more of these headlines left?
Well, technically just one more, although I do have a couple of bonus headlines which you can read in the full article on my website if you're interested.
Nah, I think I'm good. I just want to get back to watching my Tony Fuel TV, thanks.
Suit yourself. Some people have no taste. Right, and finally...
Number 7. Now you can play Game Boy games in Valheim.
This one comes to us from GameSpew.com. The success and appeal of a game can usually be measured by the community interest in modifying the game. Now, with Valheim getting its very own Game Boy mod, it seems interest has reached tipping point. Whilst the functionality of the mod may be hit and miss, it shows great potential and hopefully a sign of great mods to come. Right, and that's all the headlines we have time for today. Before I let you go, I'd just like to take a minute to visit our resident art critic, Bob, as he has a new piece of art he would like to show you.
I don't remember doing any art recently. This is called Mr. Brown Shoes, because he has brown shoes.
Okay, then. Thanks again, Bob, for that amazing art critic. Couldn't do it without you, buddy. Well, that's all we have time for today. Please join us again later for more gaming news headlines. This is Fred, the Transdimensional Monster Man, wishing you good gaming.